First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for coming, especially now when supporting each other looks a whole lot different than it did this time last year. Thank you, Pastor, and my whole church family for helping move all these chairs into the parking lot. Please pray for me. My sister said I shouldn't do this, but I have to. Quincy Devon Jackson Jr. was born April 8, 1996, to me, Darlene Jackson, and his now deceased father, Quincy Jackson Sr. Quincy gave his life to Christ at an early age. And that's not cliche. He was 14 when I watched him walk up that aisle, right here in this church, on his own, and asked Jesus to come into his life. He was changed. Oh, I'm not kidding. He really was different. You can ask anybody who knew him back then. They can testify. He had plenty of mouth. But after that, he didn't talk back. And if he did, he apologized right away. Quincy tried and was successful at witnessing to family members and friends, especially his own friends, several of whom I see here today. Thank you for coming. You know, I can tell you one thing that Jesus didn't fix, though. That boy cleaning his room. I used to tell him, Quincy, when you get a wife, she gonna have a problem with you always leaving your drawer. Well, never have to worry about that now. Okay, I'm good. Sorry. Quince, as we called him, graduated with honors from Cass Technical High School and went on to obtain his bachelor's degree in social work from Michigan State University. I hate saying that. I'm telling you, he had such a passion for people. And he pursued everything hard. I used to tell him, Quince, slow down. But he was always in a rush to get things done. It was like he was trying to live his whole life in one day. Anyway, he contracted COVID-19 while pursuing his master's degree. Just imagine. Your only child in an ICU on a ventilator while the news is constantly reporting how many people die from the virus every day. I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't go see him. I couldn't hold his hand and tell him he wasn't alone. Or sing to him, read him his favorite scripture. All I could do was hope. Hope to talk to his doctors and nurses and find out about his condition. And they were so overwhelmed. When they did talk to you, they'd give you a quick report and get right off the phone. If it wasn't for Sister Cora's daughter, Nisi, who worked in housekeeping at the time, I wouldn't have had anybody who could lay eyes on him and give me proof of life. Thank you, sweetheart. But my Quince was a fighter. And I tell you, he beat that virus. When they wheeled him out of that hospital, he was beating on his chest, shouting, "Victory! Victory!" And then that George Floyd thing happened. He didn't even have all his strength yet when he got involved with the local Black Lives Matter group. I didn't think he was ready. But, like I said, Quince went hard after everything. I remember around Christmas, he called me and asked me to pray because he was surrounded by police officers. And all he was doing was parked on Gratiot in his car. Lord, my heart was pounding. I told him, put both hands on the dash and do not make any sudden moves. Put the phone down and leave me on speaker, and I will record everything the police say. Then his phone disconnected. I was in my pajamas, but I hopped in my car and I started driving for Gratiot Avenue. I didn't even know where on Gratiot, but I was driving and praying and driving, and my cell phone rings. It was my Quince. "Boy, where are you? Are you all right? What's going on? Tell me what's happening." He said, Ma, calm down. It's okay. I'm all right." The police had randomly chosen him for a Christmas basket, and he was bringing it home to his mama. Man, I couldn't do nothing but turn that car around and go back home. When I got home, I climbed into that bed with my coat and everything on. I didn't get up the rest of that day. Oh, I was thanking God, but it scared me so bad. I didn't feel better until I saw my baby's face. It's something being a mother, especially in today's climate. On July 4th, 2020, Quincy Devon Jackson Jr. departed this life. Even after surviving COVID, Quincy departed this life. After leaving a Black Lives Matter gathering with his friends, Quincy and his best friend, Andre, went to Coney Island, where an altercation ensued between Andre and another black patron. Quincy, being who he is, he broke up the fight. But it is reported that patron was waiting for them outside and fatally wounded my son and his friend. Listen to me. These injustices keep happening to black and brown people here. It's real and it's wrong. At the hands of racist police, it's all wrong. And not all law enforcement is bad. We need police. And the good ones caught that man who killed my son and his friend.
Y'all have to say Black Lives Matter. They do. But when are Black lives gonna matter to Black lives? Matter to Black lives.
Matter to
Matter
Black lives.
to Black
Matter
lives.
to Black lives. We gotta stop killing each other, y'all.